What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Hey man, if what I heard is true, that Jake Paul is getting ready to fight Anthony Joshua, Muggs gotta give him his respect if he's finna do this. Anthony Joshua is not just a heavyweight; he's a heavyweight ex-champion. I think a two-time champion at heavyweight. Joshua would have been in there with the best heavyweights in the game for the most part. I think except Fury and Deontay Wilder, but Anthony Joshua is box office to some degree. I mean, he a big name. Yeah, he lost a few fights, but he definitely a legitimate uh top level heavyweight. Now, this makes sense if Jake Paul do this. Even if he lose, he gonna get so much. He definitely got mine if he taking this fight. He'll get way more respect from the box community. It don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. You always want to win, but in his case, it don't matter if he win or lose. It really don't. As long as he go in there and show up and fight hard, and if he lose to Anthony Joshua, ain't no shame in that. He ain't going through the ranking system like the rest of these fighters, no damn way. So all this does is legitimize him. That's it. And I think it's a smart move by him. I didn't like the fight with him and Tank to begin with. What on earth is a 135-pound man doing in the ring with a guy that's 200 pounds? Don't make no sense. 6'1", with all I mean, just regardless of how long Tank been boxing, that ain't got shit to do with it. This dude is way bigger, taller, probably stronger, and shit, ain't nowhere in the world he ain't gonna catch him at least a couple times in 8 rounds. Unless Tank was to slide in there and hit him with one punch and knock him out. And a guy that big, that ain't so likely. So I'm kind of glad that fight didn't happen. I felt like outside of the money, it was a no win. It was a lose lose for Tank to some degree. Other than the money, he would have lost respect with the box community. It just was a bad look all the way around. Because it would have had to be phony for it to be. It just didn't make no sense. That it was just too much weight. I mean, shit, 70 pounds. I mean, come on, man. The shit was getting ridiculous. So maybe he done wised up and realized, let me just go and fight who I'm supposed to fight. Let the chips fall where they may. This the only way to see what you really have learned over these years that you've been training with all these trainers and taking all these fights. Not against real fighters, but good enough fighters where he damn sure learning. And like I say, I just like this fight a whole lot better. Win, lose, or draw. Hell, I'm going for Jake Paul in this fight. I'm riding with Jake, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, AJ a good fighter, but I wasn't never really off into AJ like that. Be honest with you, just to keep it real, the heavyweight division, I've been kind of out on that for some years now. It just, it seemed like it turned into the heavyweights, like it turned into all the guys that couldn't make it in basketball or whatever. It seemed like about 9 or 10 years ago, just a crop of 6'7", 6'8", just giants, big giant dudes with all this reach, started wanting to know how to box. And, most of them don't do good once they get to the top level guys, but until they get there, they reach alone and like Deontay had power. Them guys that's not that experienced, they can't get past them punches. To reach like Deontay used to just go backwards all fight. Go watch some of his old fights. He would just go backwards all fight, and them dudes would have to run into their right hand. And he would walk them right into it. So, I mean, I knew he was gonna have problems once he got to fight top level fighters, just because his style and the way he was fighting, and his, to me, Deontay, while I'm speaking on his lack of detail as far as defense was concerned, and AJ just used to look real stiff to me. Now they both have got a lot better over the years, so I don't think Jake Paul I don't see how he beat AJ, but then again, you never know, and don't really matter. As long as he don't just get hurt in there real bad or nothing like that, people are looking at him a whole lot different in the boxing community now, because you took a real fight with a guy that's still fighting and a legitimate title contender if he don't have one. So once again, man, this fight legitimizes Jake Paul 100% for me. And to me, it's just a better situation all the way around for his brand and boxing in general because had that happened, that was going to be the beginning of the end as far as integrity in boxing. We already got a bunch of fighters that hardly got none anymore. The last thing we need is for the sport itself to lose its integrity. Because once that happens, this shit is a wrap. And, it won't even be it'll straight up be Vince McMahon shit all over again in a different sport. So, once again, man, I'm glad everything happened for a reason, and I'm glad it shook out like this. And Jake Paul, instead of looking for something easy, went out there and called a real fight out and gonna go out here and take him a damn chance. That's the only way to really see where he at. Go out here and fight somebody your own size that's got real skills and see what you really learn. He might be better than people think he is. I mean, he been doing all right to me. I really don't have no problem with Jake Paul. I just don't like the dudes he been fighting. But you gotta respect his hustle. The man that made it a long way without having to do what most people have done in this sport. So, shit, if you can't salute that, I can't see nothing but hate. You gotta be hating. The man is a good businessman, if nothing else. And this is good business to me. Him fighting AJ, he can't lose. If he win, he'll be the biggest thing in boxing, straight up. If Jake Paul beat AJ, shit, I mean, as far as the fanfare and all that shit, he'll probably have more noise around him than Bud for a minute just because he already hella popular without even fighting nobody real. Let him go in there and beat AJ and see what the fuck happens. I mean, it'll be the biggest thing since sliced bread overnight. Don't think it's gonna happen, but it could. And bottom line, this is a much better fight for him, for the fans, for the sport. And I'm glad Jake Paul looked at what he doing and says enough is enough. It's time to go out here and fight. And if this happened like it looked like it's gonna happen, I won't have nothing but the utmost respect for him because this is what he should be doing in all honesty. And once again, the only way to find out where you at is to get in there with somebody your own size that can fight and see what you can do in there. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.